The original Dark alone was a genre-defining technical marvel, with cinematic story, a haunting camera, and unbelievably, these things called cameras that would later become haunting cameras, all. A mishmash of action and adventure, the prototype for survival horror was forgiven for its illogical controls, sometimes stiff camera and cheap puzzles. Developer Eden has drawn on the original source, bringing the original protagonist into
Hyrule
with a new attempt at
burning stuff.
Edward Carnby is having a bad day. He's been magic, drugged, and has a nasty case of AIDS, finding himself in a with some unsavory characters.
Where the hell am I? You in Hyrule.
That's the least of his worries. From there, it's a mad dash.
Squadala!
While the plot is intriguing, casting a twilight upon the most populated city, the scene-to-scene writing is horrendous, supported by constant high-tension scenarios.
This is what all true warriors strive for.
Are you suggesting that this is all about
peace
making a comeback?
Hell no.
The game's TV series approach to storytelling certainly compels you to keep playing, and fortunately, there are no commercial breaks.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott.
Waking up is a f***ing mistake.
There's almost nothing that hasn't been expanded, tweaked, or simply recast in bump-mapped bronze. Early episodes offer linear navigation filled with jumping, along with introducing melee combat that asks for analogous swings of
Your sword!
And the inventory screen opens up with your jacket, allowing Edward a bird's eye view of his
Lamp oil.
Getting too scary?
Have mercy!
Turn to first-person mode.
No.
Turn to first-person mode.
No.
Turn to first-person mode.
Or else you will die.
No. Convenient for firing your gun, but also for closing your eyes. Even toilet rolls later on in the game. It takes some
Time to eat
For dinner.
all the while checking a phone for text messages
the map.
and other updates. Fire adds another layer to combat, with many adversaries needing to be burned for the final takedown. The inventory system allows for experimentation, as Edward can MacGyver homemade bombs, take damage, and test out the healing system with first aid sprays, bandages, and individual wounds that looks like he rolled around in crap. Some chapters open up Central Park itself, a dangerous, wide-open playground.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on
Playground.
is where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some ball outside of the
But now a modicum of exploration makes an appearance. The ability to skip sections and see the conclusion. It allows you to play the game as little as you want is a daring design concept, but we don't have a problem with the concept, even if some poorly placed deaths and puzzle bottlenecks can tempt you to move to the next episode.
Now give me my rubies.
I don't have your
Rubies.
and you anyway.
With one analog stick mapped to melee whacking, turning and locomotion is set to the analog stick, making moving in both third and first person boring items in the game. There's no clean carryover between different control schemes, with the game shuffling you between third and first person views, depending on making things more uninviting. Each button has several uses, and the movement, combat, and menu navigation is stiff. Often it will be obvious what to do, just not with tons of clipping and that can force restarts. Character animation can be weak, with enemies stuck or simply not responding. Voice acting fits the B script, that is to say it's not particularly good, but it does the job. The soundtrack is magnificent and really adds to the cinematic feel. Finally, though spoken by any of the game's denizens, various menus state the various enemy names, like humans and rats, which is just stupid and hopefully sounded better in French. Edward's drug trip is no picnic, but suffer through the controls and some aggravation, and you compensated with a lot of unique moments. And with its DVD affordances, feel free to treat it as such. Rent it and skip to the stupid bits.